What's going on YouTube? Another day, another photo shoot. Today we're going to go behind the scenes on a recent test shoot that I had. Typically we do a fancy intro and I interview the model and some other things, but as you can see, the weather wasn't really going to cooperate with us on this day. So for me, I typically hate shooting on cloudy days. Everything looks kind of flat and background doesn't really pop as much, but it was one of these scenarios where this was the only day that really worked with both of our schedules, so we just kind of had to get it done. One other bad thing about this day was that it wasn't just normal cloudy, it was about to rain, which makes it even darker, which I didn't like, but it is what it is. Try to knock out the shoot and do the best we can. I'm shooting with the Sony A7iii with the G Master 24-70 at 2.8. Typically on a cloudy day, I like to shoot a little bit more shallow to make the photos a touch more interesting. So here I wanted to change my angle a little bit to kind of incorporate that tree in the background. It's like maybe I could get an angle where it looked interesting. And right about now was when the wind decided to pick up to like gale force strength. Like it started blowing really hard. So we decided to come over here by the wall and the hedge and whatnot with the idea that maybe some of it would block the wind and we could play around with some of the different angles and get some different looks over here to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I decided to swap out lenses. I put on my 40mm Zeiss Batis just so I could shoot it at a little bit lower of f-stop, blur the background out a little bit more as it kind of curved around the corner, dropped down to 2.2. I got a few more shots here and then we headed to a new location. Typically when it's a cloudy day, I still like to use a little flash, fill flash to kind of just fill in the eyes and the shadows and whatnot. But I didn't have an assistant with me, and as you saw earlier, it was really windy, so I didn't want to risk a light stand getting blown over or whatever. So I pulled out the reflector and basically kind of did my best photo me impersonation. Yerp, back at it again. It's your boy, Natural Light King. Nah, just kidding. I tried this for a little bit, but eventually the wind showed back up and it was just a little bit too much of a pain to try to balance the reflector and shoot with like 20-30 mile an hour winds rolling by. It just wasn't great. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze. The amount of light that I was getting from the reflector just kind of wasn't working. Overall though, this was a good spot. We stuck it out and tried a few more poses and actually got a few good shots while we were here. Some days the elements just work against you and you just got to make the best of it. Cloudy days happen, windy days happen, and this is just me making the best of it. Real quick shout out to the model Nueva. I'm going to link her IG down below, so just look in the description for that. We got one more dress to shoot at one more location. However, I can't really show video of it because it's a little bit too sheer for YouTube. I'd get demonetized in a heartbeat, if not my channel deleted. So I'm gonna just show you a few photos with some areas covered up. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you at the next one. Peace.